and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and I'm gathered here today. The boys are back in town.
I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Aftermath for real.
Yeah. Man, after this week,
After all that math.
No. It definitely feels like it's been a ringer of a week. And you know what? I think I know. Dylan and I talked about this at some point last week. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or off before or after, whatever it was. But I said, I'm excited for what's going to happen. You moving in and all the stuff changing, all that kind of stuff.
The moving.
Episode 3, the moving.
Yes. My favorite, actually.
Yeah, that's actually the best episode.
But I opened my big mouth and said, I just can't wait for like this week coming up to be over with. Because I know it was a lot of stuff
Your
going
first
on.
mistake.
There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things changing and a lot of stuff moving and everything kind of getting reorganized. But man, I was not prepared for what is to happen.
Yeah.
But before we talk about all that, happy 4th of July, everybody.
Quick word from our sponsor, America.
America. Bald Eagles.
America.
Call.
Independence.
Freedom.
1 second while I get my gun.
Yeah. We're going to be making...
That we all own.
Because we're Americans.
Called freedom.
Currently wearing my America underpants.
I have the American flag engraved into my gun.
Yeah, of course.
I have an American flag shooting gun. It shoots American flags.
Wait, so you have it's an American flag shooting a gun?
Flag cannon.
That's impressive, but no, I have an American flag gun that shoots American flags
Oh, that's even more impressive,
at
I think.
volatile speed. I'm pretty sure a flag shooting guns is pretty impressive, if you ask me.
I was confused by the wording.
It flops in the wind and just guns flying everywhere,
Yes.
which is the spirit of America, honestly.
People call
Yeah.
it a dispenser.
Of course.
I call it freedom.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was just saying that because, again, normally we would have this video. Oh, my God, I can't think
video.
straight. It's not a video.
It's all right,
It's a
to be fair, it is
podcast.
1:47 in the morning.
Hey, don't.
Whoa, wait a
Hey,
out,
wait a second.
everybody here.
Yeah,
Turns out we don't sleep. Good. Yeah, wow, look at that. Everyone knows now.
We normally have this podcast uploaded first thing Friday morning. But, again, because of the crazy week we've had, and also I just kind of tacked on the fact that it's 4th of July.
Also,
You know, I
I'm
was-
on night shift now, so like I don't have a sleep schedule anymore.
Exactly. So
Like I had one
again, it
before.
was a whole lot of stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let's just have a special 4th of July episode, and
Got a button for that.
and that's what this is. I forgot which one it was, and I don't want to push him. All right.
Just do it real quick. I
Yeah.
think it was this
Uh-oh.
red
No,
one
no.
right here.
Oh, no.
Are you sure?
No.
No,
Do it.
I don't think it's that one.
Dude, it's the
E.
orange one. Maybe.
It's the orange one. No,
Put-
because
Just
I don't
push
no,
the red
no,
one. I think it's the red
it's-
one.
Just real
You
quick.
think it's the red one?
Red one. Nope. No. Oh, man. You know, I thought
If
I
there,
picked the right one in a way.
if there was a sound to get wrong,
That gives me the big sad.
that is the wrong sound.
Oh, what
For a second, I
shame.
thought it was E, but
No. I think that's this one. But I want to figure out which one it is now. I can't.
I know
don't
the
feel like
blue one's
touching
my
them.
favorite.
No.
Let's just real quickly turn the volume down and then just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
wow in the background.
Yeah, that's Sean. This is Sean's big favorite.
Yeah. Anytime that's incorporated in YouTube videos, I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh, I
dude,
love it.
it's amazing. It's my personal.
I just want to figure out which one the horn is because I want to say this is the.
It might be
Hold
that
on.
teal one.
There's
We're
a
just
way.
playing with buttons.
It's this one. Here we go.
The problem is I forgot what we were doing with that. We found the button, but when we were going,
Freedom.
oh yeah,
You know. I don't.
Independence Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
yes, so again, to give some backstory as to what's going on, we Ethan and I lived together in the same home,
It's your boy.
and we recently had someone move out, and Dylan was going to take their place, and so I was going to get the
Congratulations, you've joined the cool kids.
and everything is going to get transferred over into my name, but I was not ready for all that,
Yeah.
and it happened rather abruptly.
Turns out, everybody wants money.
Oh, and not a small amount of it either.
Yeah, no, it's never a handful.
Of course. And so I went ahead and got all my stuff moved from one room to the next so that way Dylan can move in.
Yep.
And
pay a fee to get into this human-shaped hole.
of course.
What
And
on
wait.
earth does that mean?
I agreed to that, and I don't know what I agreed to. What was that again?
Exactly. I don't know what you just said.
It was a metaphor.
It was a metaphor.
Well, we're going to move on right past that metaphor because it scares me.
To be fair, the analogy does come from a horror novel.
Got it.
That's why it scares me.
Got it.
Back to
I will say we got really good reception on your guy, like what's your thing of the week, Dylan? And he said it, and then Ethan just goes, "Well, let's just go move on to my thing of the week."
That was probably my favorite time.
People loved that.
Which
That
one
was
was that?
I want to say it was 2 weeks ago.
It was a few ago because I've
Wasn't
been
it
with
like-
school and work. I've been busy, and then I recently swapped back to night shift. So now
Yeah.
I just don't have like free times. I know I've missed a couple. I thought I missed today's, but you guys moved it to today,
Of
to
course.
right now. So
We
Little
waited
surprise.
for you.
yeah, a little super bad. I was in the middle of playing a game, losing, mind you, and, and
Don't worry, it's just practice.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah,
Watched you sucker
losing.
your friend into a fucking
then-
horde of skeletons.
and then my home. Guess what? Did he die? Okay,
No,
eventually, but
almost.
not from the, yeah, whatever. So, I was in a game, losing again, mind you, and Dylan walked in and was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're doing the podcast if you want to join." I was like, "Wait, what?
Friday
Did you miss
night.
it?" I was like, "No, I don't have anything to do tomorrow." Yes, I know it's 1:00 in the morning. No, stop judging me.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
We can do what we want.
Yeah, right? And now you live with
TV
me, so you're
party
part of this
tonight.
too.
With no
So-
TV.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
been weird though, because for the past couple weeks, like I just mentioned, I've been really busy swapping from days to night shifts and trying to clean all these things.
And you
up.
had a really good
all
analogy.
sorts
You said that all of a sudden, throughout this past week, stuff's mysteriously disappearing.
Oh yeah,
And then all of a
that's what I'm
sudden,
saying. It's like,
and then you're like,
the thing is, it's
and
like
then a few days
I-
later, like, what is all this stuff in my house?
right? Yeah, the issue is, homie number one moving out, taking everything with him. So like, I walked in one day, and like Ian was at work, and like I was like, okay. I walked in, and I was like, oh,
There's less spoons in the cupboard.
no, way bigger than that. Like I didn't notice the small things.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
walked in once, and I was like, oh, we've been robbed, LMAO, because
Yeah.
literally there was no couch, table, or like in or TV, nothing.
Even the
whole
rug.
the living room, the rug, the whole living room was empty, and I was like, oh, we've been robbed, lol. Wait a second, I'm gonna go to my room real quick and check. And like,
That's wait a minute.
and then like, yeah, and I was so busy that I like stopped paying attention, and then like, I would like go get ready for work at like 3:45, 5 a.m., like super early in the morning.
I've never heard of that time.
It's somewhere between all those numbers that I said. I said a lot of numbers.
3:45,
4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah, man, exactly 3:45 and 45 seconds. You didn't know that?
You never been to bed at 7, 5, 7, 8, 9 o'clock.
You ever been to bed?
5, 6, 7,
You're
6,
my,
7
the time.
o'clock.
3, 3, 8.
Dude,
What was the fucking
8, 6,
number?
7, 5, 3, 09.
8675309
That was like 3, 6,
for a
8,
good
5.
time call.
Oh man, we just both had strokes
was
at the same time.
butchered.
We just stroked out. So
Oh my God.
8375009. Yeah. So, and I'd be like walking in the living room. Back to what I was saying, and and I would just randomly notice like, oh. It's way too early for me to be thinking if this is supposed to be here or not, but I'm pretty sure a table is missing from this living room.
Yes.
I was like, but
At the very least, one table is missing.
right. And I was like, yeah, but I can't pay attention to these things
Wish
until
I had
have
time
my,
to care.
Yeah.
right. I was like, I can't pay attention to these things.
I got to go save
until I
lives.
have- until I have my Red Bull is what I was gonna say. But yeah, until
Yeah.
I've either saved a life or two. Let's go with that one.
Red Bull
yeah.
gives you the motivation to save people.
Red Bull gives you the alertness to see if a table's missing from your damn house. At least it does for me.
I believe
Red Bull,
that's-
not a sponsor.
I believe that's spelled WINGS.
There's 2 eyes though, because they don't want you to assume anymore.
Wings.
Wangs. So I and then like I
Yeah.
would come home from work and be like, oh, there's a bunch of boxes in the living room now. Who's your? Oh, I guess it's probably the guy who's moving in, huh? And like just for the past week, it's been a process of that, and I never actually saw our other roommate move out. I never saw him pick anything up.
Oh yeah,
Ever.
just everything's gone.
No, yeah, because every day he was doing it, you were like, oh, hey, he's going to try and get this one, but it's in my room. Can you get it for him? And I was like, I work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Oh, yeah.
In your
in your
defense-
first words, you said, never mind.
In your defense, you work like 12-hour days.
Yeah.
So again, like
We
large
don't lack for consideration.
large swaths of time you're just
Yeah.
not here. So again,
Unless you're me and your car
doing
alarm goes
the-
off in the,
I'm-
like
I'm-
4 in the morning.
Oh, that was pretty funny. Yeah, and I'm doing like the end of my school stuff, so I'm working basically full time doing student rides, and then my actual work schedule is part time. So I'm working like significantly more hours than which not as bad as it was like the previous semesters where I was in school and work, but still very busy. And yeah, literally the first thing that Dylan did, first night that I could already see his face.
I was just going to say, I want to elaborate on that a lot.
Yeah. First thing he did, first night he did was unintentionally, he set off his car alarm while I was asleep. It's sometime like in the like late AM, like super tired.
Okay, hold on.
I woke up to it and I was like, nobody here has a car alarm. And again, I don't have time to think anymore. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting a new roommate. And I was like, and then I was like, it's probably him. He probably forgot how car alarms work. And I just like rolled over. And then I heard you walking up the stairs and saying something about the clown suit as well.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So it was late last night,
We're gonna have
and
to
I
elaborate
was
on that. People are actually gonna think I have a clown suit.
yeah, no,
Good point. I figured you guys were.
It was late last night, and I told we went to go pick up some more things from Dylan's old place, and a few things turned into a lot of things, and then we just were like,
everything.
and then it was okay. It turned into a whole night, and it was a whole thing. But I've never seen it.
Do you resent me?
No. I've never seen a car do that though, where like the car's locked, or the alarm is set, and it surprised me just as much as it surprised him.
Right.
I think
My car was locked.
yes.
I stuck the key into my trunk, turned it,
Oh, is that what you did?
opened it, and it was like,
Whoa! This guy's got a key.
Yeah. But then and again,
Who gave you that?
in Dylan's defense, he's hitting. I think he's hitting lock.
right, I'm
And so
lock.
it's going. I
I heard this. I remember this.
And it's like
Vaguely.
because it's like making the little chirp in between every like long
I
honk.
just added
and,
more noise.
and I was like, I'm sitting here with him. I'm like, I don't know, hit unlock. I don't know.
Do anything.
And the whole neighborhood's like, who's this asshole?
And I think at one point we also shut the trunk just for the hell of it, but it's still going off. And he's like, Frank.
Yeah.
To elaborate on Ethan's point, there was a point where we picked up like a small dresser of Dylan's, and we're walking into the house with it, and then of course he's talking underneath his breath. He's like, I just can't believe that happened. I'm so pissed. And he's like, the freaking circus is in town, care of Dylan.
Right.
You know, like,
I remember
like,
him saying something like, yeah,
Courtesy of me.
he's like, should just, since I'm going to be such a freaking clown, should have just brought my clown suit in or something like that. And I remember,
you said that too, I think.
I'm not joking.
just won.
It was like 2 a.m. or something stupid like that. And like, I remember hearing like, meh, and like waking up and being like, whose alarm is that? Checking my phone and being like, who's Snapchatting me at 2 a.m.? And then being like, wait, it's 2 a.m. I don't have to be up for like another 2 hours. And then putting my phone down and being like, whatevs. And then, but hearing the alarm still and being really confused. And I was like, again, nobody that lives here. Oh wait, I'm getting a new roommate. Never mind. It's probably it's probably Dylan not know what to do. So I'm like slowly piecing this together as my eyes finally open, and then eventually, after what felt like maybe an eternity, the beeping stopped, and I was like, for a bit there, again, whenever you're that tired, time no longer means anything.
Oh, no.
So I was just like, well, this is my lot in life, and I was just ready to go back to sleep. I was like, this beeping, it really, honestly, it isn't that bad. It's fine. Like, I never set my Google Home back up, so my sleepy sounds weren't working because I couldn't figure out how to do it when we got new Wi-Fi. Yeah, like rain or something, you know? Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, I guess this beeping is my new rain sounds. It's like rolled over. And like, then it finally stopped, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing that was going on in my life. And I hear you guys walking up, and I was like, I wonder whose car that really was, though. And that's whenever I hear you say something like, yeah, I should just bring my clown suit in because the circus is in town, I guess. And I was like,
yeah.
Dylan,
So
Dylan could figure out.
how's it been, Dylan? Talk to us.
Welcome to the new place.
He spent his first night here last night. New place. Again, we're making a big deal out of it because this is his first time moving into his own place, basically. So it's kind of a big first step.
I can't
Big deal.
say any. I slept a little comfortably.
Okay.
I won't say anything else until I finish getting my room set up.
Yeah, that checks out.
That'll be the final form that I have to worry about.
Dude, last night I got my room, like, because my week was difficult in a different way. Not only getting, like, the utilities figured out and everything with the lease and all that stuff or whatever, but, like, also working the jobs I was working and everything else involved. I just, like, threw everything that was mine into my room, or my new room now, and then just kind of, like, I sort of kind of put it where I wanted it, but not really. And there was just, like,
time for respec.
There was cables everywhere, and then there was just, like, certain things of furniture and all that kind of stuff, and I was just like, man, and every time I would stop and try to work on it, I always feel guilty because there was always more work I could be doing that was, like, probably more important or more productive, and I was like, I need to do that first. I got to get that done. And then I would sit there, and literally Thursday night, I can't remember which day it was. It all kind of blends together. I was sitting there doing work, and I was like dozing off, kind of doing that number where I was like, and I just I snapped out of it. I was like, okay, let's hurry up, finish it up, and then I laid down and crashed. But that's been my week. It has been a roller coaster of emotions and stress.
I can't wait to sleep tonight. I'm gonna sleep like a rock.
I don't gonna
like
be
a
into
rock.
Oh,
like a rock.
Can I play? Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and switch gears.
And here we go.
Talk about a segue.
You're welcome.
I have a story to tell. If you guys can indulge me,
Does it?
Yeah.
Rock.
It
rocks. So
I don't think this meme was ever explained.
no,
at any
it
point.
wasn't, and that's what I'm doing right now.
All right. Well, explain it.
There are two versions of separate, I guess, memes amongst us here sitting at this table that we kind of coalesce into one thing, and it's a character that we made now. And Ethan and I, in our younger days, we had, I mean, you probably too as well, possibly, but I know for sure our dad listened to a rock station in Louisiana where we're at, and the guy would say, like, something rock, and he would always say
it was always like, thanks for listening to Rock 98.8 or whatever the heck it is.
92.3.
We've got the best of the music these days at Rock.
The
and it was
best of the music.
And it was just called Rock. That was the name of the station.
Yeah.
And so, and I always, it was such a unique way he said it, and
It's
I
not
always
a folder.
and
Yeah.
and I always
welcome to listen to Pebble.
and it was always like a very specific. Every time it came on, I always laughed about it a little bit, and so I recently had brought it up when we were playing a game together. We were all three playing Divinity, and there was a character in the game
named Riker.
and his name is
I wanna play
Riker.
Divinity again so bad.
We
Dude,
need to.
We need to finish that playthrough, dude.
Yes.
We're still not even past the
I
second
miss
act.
being angry.
Yeah.
We were making good progress, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so this character is kind of a weird
He's a bad guy character. His name's
Yeah.
Riker, and he's like you can use his story in the game to help like progress your character stronger.
but it's kind of in like a mean way.
But like spoiler warning. I'm gonna take a little break here because this is a super spoiler for this character named Riker. Okay,
Yep.
hopefully you're gone. No matter what you do, you either fight him and can kill this character, or you help him out, and he's like, "Well,
kind of
thanks for
betrays
your
you.
help, but now I have to kill you, and you have to kill him." So,
But also, again, in our defense as the protagonist, the dude like sucks the souls out of people. So like,
yeah, no, he's not a
he's not a good
He's not a good guy, but like
Yeah.
either way,
Yeah.
you end up killing him, and so he's like a character that we picked to follow, and
Yeah.
we kept
But-
kept saying Riker. all
Yeah.
of
So
the time.
so again, I forgot how we initially did it, but I said Riker, and then
Literally,
and then-
that's exactly how it went. You just said Riker,
Out
and then
of
Dylan
nowhere.
said Rock, and you guys were like, "Welcome to
Yeah.
to Rock for the Riker," or something like
And-
that.
yes.
Well, it was like, "Welcome to
Rocks
listening
for the
to."
Riker.
Apparently, is my favorite phrase. Like,
So
yeah.
in saying all that, I just named this character that talks like this. His name is Riker, and he is ready to rock.
There's
And that
like
was
at least 8 R's and 3 O's.
Yes, there's so many vowels in that one. But I got a kick out of that, and we always joke around about it. And of course, it's a little joke amongst us. that was a long-winded way of getting to this one point that I want to get to right now. I was at Sonic the other day.
I have purchased a radio station.
I have purchased my own radio station.
My name is legally changed to Riker.
Say goodbye to the podcast. Go listen to our radio station.
To Riker's Rock Station. Anyways, I was at Sonic, and I am just ordering my food. No big deal. And I'm also on the phone with
burger.
I'm on the phone with the energy company at the same time while trying to order. I'm like multitasking on a whole new level of like, I'm trying my hardest right here. Mm-hmm. And then I'm still on hold listening to some music. And then the guy walks up.
As if an angel descending from the heavens.
Yes. Friendly dude.
Blesses you with his presence.
He's got his mask on. He's doing all the good stuff. Samaritan right there. He walks up and says, he's like, how's it going, sir? He's like, my name is Riker, and I have and I have your sandwich or something. And then my ears perked up, and I was like,
you said, what?
Excuse me?
My ears perked up, and almost like instinct, I said, is it time to rock? I didn't, but there was definitely a deep inside me. I was like, I think it's time to rock.
This is him.
Are we going to rock?
Sir, I know you currently have a job, but I'm just telling you, I'm about to make a radio station and I need you.
So
join
me.
me.
You. Yeah. So it was definitely like I very promptly afterwards I took a screenshot of my
yeah, I was confused.
My receipt.
Yeah, I was very confused. I
Rockman
thought it was like a
himself.
Starbucks receipt, and I was like, did John go through and name himself Riker? Or
No.
I didn't understand it, and I was like, I'll hear this later.
Yes.
I did have a day off for like 3 days, so I didn't hear about it until just now. But now it makes sense.
Yes, I was at the Sonic, and I met the one and only. But again,
rock.
Yeah. I love that. I love all the little character voices we have.
And there's a plethora.
There's a lot.
There's a plethora. We have in school. We have one that's like based off of one of the schoolmates' like daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
And like she's like this really cute and like talks with a lisp, and so it's kind of funny. But she talks like this, and that's where that voice came from always. And we started making it where like we would just say all of our big medical words with it. So we'd be like, "Oh, I love pericardiocentesis," and that character has existed and been my favorite character to talk about big words ever since we first did it. At one point, I had one of my classmates reading what she said. She was reading her test in that voice, and she couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, "But did you pass?" That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I was like, "I know you read the word. It's pericardiocentesis, but you got an 86. So I mean, it's pretty solid."
Help. Yeah,
right.
That's the only thing.
So.
What about the green bean?
Nope.
No,
all right.
I don't like that one.
And thanks for listening to.
No, don't kill me.
That is. I feel like that's.
He's not allowed. That's not
like
allowed.
my inner demon that I don't want around.
Bring me back.
No.
What
did I tell you about getting in here? Dude.
What did I tell you about? Close the door at least.
Yeah,
You're letting the heat out.
You're letting the heat out.
You're letting the heat out.
It's too cold.
No.
All right. Hey, can you like maybe not do that?
You can't.
No.
I definitely wanted to do like a sketch of some kind where like I'm like, oh yeah, you guys just kind of have your second and kind of vamp for me for a second. I'm gonna go to the restroom or whatever, and like walk away.
Insert the land of make believe.
Hey guys, it's Riker, and I'm ready to rock. And your guys are like, Riker, what are you doing here? You're not allowed here, Riker.
You can hear the door opening though, the door opening and closing. And you're like, okay, all right, Riker, when did you get here?
And then I'm just like, what's up, guys? It's time to rock, eh? Ain't that right? And of course, I'm like,
Riker, what? What did you get out of here, Riker? Who let that guy in his house?
It's time for me to go, guys. See you later, fuckers. Yeah. Bye. I'm like,
bye.
Oh, gosh, why'd you let him in the house?
I didn't let him in.
I told you guys if he's.
By the way, this is another totally
If
speaking
he
of letting
busts-
people into the house.
He busts open the door again. I'm calling the cops.
Calling 911. I know a guy. Speaking of people breaking into the house, another thing that I'm gonna roast Dylan for. He's already known. Another thing I'm gonna roast Dylan for is he was getting ready to move some stuff in the house, and I was driving home from work, getting off a little bit late, but like not very late. And
You said
so
early.
I got a phone call, and they were like, "Hey, like." It was Dylan and a couple of friends. They're like, "Hey, like, do you want to go out?" And
I think I
like,
know this is going.
you want to like go out and like get something to eat at some point today. It was from Chase. And I was like, yeah, Chase, I do want to go out. I just got off work. I do want to go out and get some stuff to eat or whatever. Where are you guys at? And they were like, oh, well, we're at your house. And I was like,
surprise.
I was like, oh, on God. All right. And then he was like, I was actually calling you to see if you get where you were at, to see if you could help us get in. I was like, why are you? I was
see.
like,
We're trying to break into your house.
I literally said to Chase, I was like, I know this is a bit of a loaded question, but Chase, why are you at my house? And he was like,
or better yet, how are you at my house?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, well, like we're helping Dylan move some stuff. And I was like, oh, so Dylan's moving things in and didn't have the forethought to maybe see if he had a key to get into the house.
Stupid is revealed. Stop.
I was like, you didn't, maybe just like,
well,
think to bring a key.
Well,
so I was like, we don't have a key for you yet.
Yeah.
So
There was still one in front of the door.
All right. I get where you're coming from. I just thought it was so funny because I was like, maybe you didn't could have called us. And then I hear Chase and Nick laughing. And I was like, I mean, oof, but I'm almost there. So it's fine. That was so funny. I think it's kind of amusing because it all worked out in the end. It was perfect timing. Yeah. It would have been annoying and it wouldn't have been as funny if it was if I was on a call and I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to be home for an hour. It wouldn't have been funny because then you would have waited forever. But the fact that I was around the corner, I was like, oh, it's only amusing because.
It's fine. We went and got burgers.
Yeah, and then we got burger. It was great. Burger.
Yeah.
The first podcast we filmed was about me saying that whenever all this is open, I'm going to get Burger Smith. And it was totally worth it.
Yeah, dude. Gosh, so
I'd do it again.
Man.
Best.
John, for those of you true fans of the podcast,
Golden Fingers.
You know John, the Golden Fingers himself.
Gerg.
Yeah, or some people know as Gerg. Apparently,
me
as Gerg.
namely.
His birthday is Sunday, or tomorrow. If you guys are listening
Happy birthday,
to this.
Golden Finger.
And he specifically asked that he wanted to go to Genya again. He wants to go to our local ramen joint, and he wants to go and.
They got noodles.
How crazy is that we can say we have a local ramen joint here?
I gotta make sure that I'm wearing
all places.
Yeah,
gotta make sure I'm wearing the right clothes though, because I got a pair of undies that has pictures of a ramen on them, and they says send nudes, NOODS.
Just make sure you wear a kimono over that.
Yeah, a send nudes kimono as well. Got it. Yeah, because it has
send nudes kimono.
Yeah, it has little cups of ramen on it, and it says send nudes. You got them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, gotta make sure I wear this every time I go to the ramen store. Yeah.
The ramen store.
Yes, it is. I'm going to a ramen store place.
Ramen shop.
The ramen market.
My local ramen connoisseur.
Anyways.
So my thing of the week.
It's like a casual kind of sit down place. It's
a bar.
It's a little more on the price you're in, but it's it's nice though.
It's so
You can get
It's
some
so
nice
good.
cups of nudes though.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
and John, like I said, had specifically asked, and I think we're gonna have a barbecue at the house now that we got
But burgers and dogs. Well,
Burgers and
America.
hot dogs.
Yeah, and I think Dad was saying something about grilling chicken.
Dude.
Oh, dude,
Wait,
so foreign.
guys, wait 1 second. We need to get Dad on this podcast.
We need to get what?
Dad on this
We need to
podcast.
get Dad on this podcast.
Please.
Goodness.
Okay, let's.
I want to literally just sit back and ask him questions about anything. Literally anything.
Let's put
Get his perspective on it and just put it on the internet.
Oh, God.
That's it. That's instantly. That's all I want to do.
This is a dangerous game, Sean.
Would you
I don't-
want to?
I don't think it's dangerous. I think that we can make this work.
Would you also want to do the flip side and have Mom on the podcast?
I think that it would be very amusing, yeah. I think we could still make this work. I think because if we got Mom on the podcast, we could be like, we can't stop you. Now you're on the podcast. Talk about our childhood.
No.
And she would be like,
Oh, God.
well, this is how young Ethan was a problem. And boom, we would
Yeah.
instantly have, again, comedy gold. Right?
Okay, I guess you're
I think we should bring Eric on the podcast too. Talk about us being kids. I'm just saying that our whole family, we need to get these people.
Our family's wild, dude.
See, the thing is, the only people that we knew really growing up was just our five. Like, we don't really know our extended family. So because of that, we made up for it. We kept all our crazy together, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Very
I wanna,
sheltered.
I want to bring my dad on here just because, again, getting his perspective on anything is amusing. I want to get my mom on here because, like, dude, again, same thing. Like, getting her perspective on anything it's good podcast material.
It's great.
So just keep an eye out for Mother's Day and
If
Father's
you guys,
Day podcast.
if you guys want that, We'll make a poll.
Let us know.
Yeah, here, everybody, let's hear.
Please.
Do you want to hear
Everyone.
a father and a mother?
I hope you know you're gonna get texts from mom and dad saying, "I want to do it," or actually, probably they're probably gonna say, "Nope, that's not happening." And guess what?
Yeah, right.
It's happening, guys. It's
You're
happening.
doing it anyway.
That's so cool.
Now I am the parent.
You know what we could also do?
You
We
have
could
to do
phone
what I
in.
say.
You know, we could also phone in.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, we can
just
phone
have a quick
in.
segment.
We did that before. I forgot.
Yes.
If they can't,
Should we call somebody for our last 15 minutes?
if they can't, like if they don't want to,
2:15 in the morning. Sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
Chase is awake.
Chase. We know Chase is awake, but yeah, no, like we could. If they don't want to commit to the whole episode, we'll just call them in and be like, "Welcome to the podcast." See what they say. I think it'd be funny, man. I think it'd be.
I'm trying to think of someone who we could call right now at 2:15 in the morning.
Chase, man, Chase.
All right,
should
I
call
got.
Chase?
I'm
Go
calling
ahead.
this one right now. I'm gonna call this one.
He's a psychopath.
I would call my mom because she'd probably still answer, right? But she's currently like on vacation or something.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like,
Yeah,
dang.
I called her and she was like, well, first off, I called her and it had been a while because again, school and all that, I hadn't really
Yes.
had some time. She's like, oh wow, that's what you sound like. I was like,
Oh,
I know, it's
gosh,
been a
yeah,
while,
yeah.
right? I was like, I know.
It can be 48 hours. Mom's like, I'm
Wow,
like,
I was thinking you were
I've
dead for a
completely
second.
forgotten about the existence of
Right,
my
yeah.
children.
Yes, my infant son. I thought you were dead. Things like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I was like,
But that's
yeah.
our mom. Like I said, I love
I
our
know.
mom though.
Yeah, right. I was like, yeah, I know. It's been a while. Sorry. And so then, like, I was talking to her about stuff, and then I got a call, and I was like, all right, later. And then, like, so I called her the next day as well, and she was like, yeah, I'm trying to go on like a little vacation real quick. And I was like, oh, really? Awesome. So yeah, she's doing that.
Are you guys ready
Oh, please.
to hear Chase?
Is this
Do
Chase?
it.
Let's see.
He's probably gonna make so much random noises, dude.
Oh, it works.
This feels way too. Wait, we're on radio show now.
Yeah.
Riker.
Yeah.
Can you hear all of us?
He's not gonna answer me. One of you guys may have to Bluetooth in.
I'll call
He's
him.
gonna be like,
I'll call him immediately after you don't.
Your call has been
No,
forwarded.
okay.
Watch, I got this right here.
Hold on, let me disconnect my Bluetooth.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
never
this is
mind.
great podcast material. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm sorry. For all
Dylan,
this.
call Chase.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
gonna tell him to answer his phone real quick.
Oh, okay,
Here,
got
look.
it.
I'm unpairing. Somebody here. Look.
You might no. Just tell him to call Ian back, and then Ian can keep his phone paired, and it'll be fine.
Hold on. Let me just turn it back on then. We're getting too in the weeds, everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I forgot. This is the thing that's happening, but also we're trying to see if we can call our friend at 2 a.m. and be like, he's getting on the phone and be like, I have work tomorrow at 6 a.m., but I just couldn't go to sleep, so like whatever.
Yeah.
Does
So
that.
he texted me at like 1:48.
It has
He's
been-
got like 6 hours until he has to go into work.
Oh,
Wait, really?
yeah,
I
do.
see,
Rookie
literally,
numbers.
I was right.
Yeah.
He's always
Yeah.
does this.
Wait, hold on. Let's see.
Always. He always does it. He's always like, I don't know, I can't sleep. And then he comes home and he just
Yeah.
goes to sleep. And I'm like, well, maybe that's why. I don't know.
Should
I see a Doge meme here.
Should I call John?
If you want to.
Please call Golden Fingers.
Got it. Okay, here we go. This is so-
Alarm set for 3 hours and 45 minutes from now. It's a sad Doge. That's how I feel every time, dude. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
please
That's
pick up.
weird. Yeah, that makes me sad, but it's also super true.
I'm hoping he's not asleep.
He's gonna call you at like 10 a.m. tomorrow and be like, "Did you need something?"
Your call has been forwarded.
No, that
Guys,
sucks.
our
Okay.
calls were
Alright.
forwarded to automatic voice messaging systems.
It was worth a shot.
The
It was worth
special
a shot.
guest is now the automatic voice messaging system.
Yes.
I hate them. Hate them.
Well,
Man, I have my old voicemail set, I think, still. Like
I don't know what my voicemail is.
I still hear it every so often.
Really? I need to change it then. It's not. Le cringe. I need to.
Le cringe.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I need to
It's
find out
back
what
whenever
mine
I was
is.
in like Oregon is whenever I said it because I needed to have something for a voicemail.
Oregon.
Yeah. That's just weird, bro.
Did you guys have any friends that used to do like the hello? Oh
No.
yeah.
I had one, yeah.
I had one and it got me once, and then every time after that, I was like, I'm pissed. Every time I hear your voice, it says hello, and I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? How's it going? He's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, it's the same. It got me again. Frick.
Yeah.
Every time.
No, I didn't do that.
There was one time I think like he picked up the phone, and I thought it was it, and I almost hung up on him again until he's like, hello? And I was like, oh, sorry.
I call Chase all the time, and he'll just answer the phone and not say anything. All the time. Like, I'll call him, and then Chase will answer the phone, and then I'll see the timer's ticking up, and I'm like, he answered. So then we have a standoff.
Hello?
No, we have a standoff where like for like 6 seconds I'll just look at the phone and be like, he answered, and then I'll hear him or you do, and I'll be like, hello, and I'll be like, hello, and I'm like, oh my god, Chase. Oh man,
so crazy.
So good. He's such a fucking.
He's a character, man. He's a character. I love it. Not gonna find someone else who does something like that. But it's creative. Got to give it to him.
Yeah.
Can we talk about like customer service phone calls?
Fuck that.
I have like mastered the art of talking to customer service representatives.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah. Whether they be like really intelligent, like I know where they're at, or like
the big stupid,
or there's like a really hard language barrier and it's hard to talk to. I've usually gotten pretty
never
good.
mind.
I feel that way about IT, like tech support.
Yeah.
I've had to call tech support like so many times for things, but because I've worked with computers like my whole life, I only call them when there's like a legit problem.
Oh,
and so I've gotten to the point where I can convey the fact that I'm not a resoundingly just huge idiot.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, cool. And I've gotten to the point where now instead of saying like, have you tried turning it on and off again? They're like, okay, cool. So I guess you did the whole 9, the turning it off and on again. You disconnected your internet. You tried all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I tried that.
Yeah.
I also did this and that. And they're like, okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the share screen. We at this point, we hop straight to the screen sharing so they can figure it out.
Oh, of course.
I had one and it still took like 45 minutes to fix the problem.
Dude, you want to know I had this happen today. I was at work, and like I said before, I work at a coffee shop, and they handle things very well there. The tech support, dude, not only are they like nice people already, they kind of get, I think they also have to work in my position to be where they are right now, so they understand the lingo of all of it.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of running me through, they're like, my name's Kristen or whatever. Yeah. How can I help you today? And I'm like,
I broke it.
Here's where I am. Here's where I need to be. I don't understand. And they're like, okay. And I was like, and A and B and C. Like again, like you said, they kind of the run through. Already turned it off and turned it back on. What happened?
Did
Chase just sent me a text back, and it's just a fucking question mark.
You probably just woke him up. We're gonna have to. Oh no.
Yeah. I think my phone's still hooked up, so he wants to call. He can call me back.
That's amazing. He was just like confused. I can see his face already. I can see the
what?
Chase. No, I can see the Chase just woke up and is looking at his phone and is doing. I can see it, man. Yeah. Oh, I can see it right now.
Anyway, to continue my story while he's talking,
he's messaging Chase.
The tech support lady, I've had in this line of work, I've had them be like very efficient and very smart and like easy to talk to, and then of course like I always do this anyways, kind of crack jokes with the people as well on the other end. So there's moments where like I can tell that even some of the stuff that has happened in my location, she's like, oh, wait, what? And I'm like, and they do that. And I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. And she's like, I mean, yeah. There's a point where she walks away and is like, I'm going to go talk to my senior officer. And I was like, wait, what?
Dude, my favorite phrase the last time I called tech support was after we tried everything, he said, huh. And I was like, and literally I said to him, oh, really?
Yeah.
And he said, all right, I'm gonna go to my colleagues real quick. And I was like, oh, and he said,
I need to ask the masses.
No, and he said, yeah, hold for a sec. And I was like, got it. And then like literally I was very quiet. He said, hold for a sec. I was like, got it. And then I hear like the like music playing, and immediately I just busted out laughing because I was like, this guy came in and he was like, this is tech support, like, we're gonna turn on, turn off again. I was like, yeah, the website's broken, so I can't put my grades in for school. And he was like, okay, cool, we're gonna try this. And we like went through all the problems, and he was like, I don't know why your computer is not allowing the website to launch properly. And he was like, I don't know, it's not your browser extensions, I turned every last one of them on. Google Chrome. I uninstalled and reinstalled Google Chrome. We cleaned out your entire cache. He was like, I don't understand I'm making a colleague real quick. And we ended up figuring out how to fix the problem. And he was like, yeah, the website does not like your computer, but it took like 45 minutes. Yeah. And I was like, every single time he was like, yeah, we're going to hold again.
Yeah.
I just started laughing. I was like, really did I made this guy's day. I gave him a challenge.
The thing with my situation was like the effectiveness of their like screen screen control. Like there was moments where on the register that I was looking at, there's like a little mouse that you can see, like a little mouse cursor. I gave her my name, I gave her my like employee number, and then I gave her like the location that I was at and all that kind of stuff.
Security number?
No. I gave her just those things. So I gave her
bank
like
account.
I gave her who I was, and I gave her what the location was, and I'm sitting there watching the register, and the mouse starts moving. And then, of course, to be polite, she was like, is it okay if I start taking over the register now? And, of course, deep down I wanted to say, well, you're already 2 steps ahead, aren't you? You're already controlling the computer right now.
Yeah, right.
But, of course, I know.
Well, what am I going to do? Say, no, you're already in it, aren't you?
And then, yeah, exactly. It was moving around. And then, of course, she's in the process of clicking on stuff. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
That was so fast. I've never had. I was like, I didn't give you any information besides like what the location was, and you're instantly like, boom, give me that, give me all those computers.
Hacker voice.
And then the same thing. She was like, so something's not right. I can't figure out what it is on the front register. Let's go to the back room and let's try and see if we can't work on some on the back room.
Omnipresent IT guy's already on the back computer.
As I'm walking to the back, she's like moving the cursor around,
the
getting
tabs
some
are
stuff,
already open.
getting some stuff ready. But she's like, is it okay if I take care of the back computer? And I was like,
What do you mean? You're already halfway done,
Yeah.
right?
Do you just have do you have like just a wall grid of all my computers?
Yeah, right.
Because it looks like it.
I was like, for this guy, I gave him the screen share thing, and he was like, okay, cool. I don't mind if like he was like, you don't mind if I like just try and fix this or whatever. And I was like, nah, man, I called you because I broke the website. You just try and fix it. And he was like, okay, cool. So what I'm gonna try and do is, and he like goes over here and like opens some stuff up, and I was like, that's where you find that in Chrome? He was like, yeah, that's where you find it. And he was like, we're going to clear the cache real quick. This could take a little while. And I will never forget. He said, this could take a little while. It usually takes 5 or 10 minutes for people. All right. And I was like, okay, cool. It shouldn't be too long because of the computer that I have. And I remember him being like, all right, 1 second. And like, I remember him like kind of getting a little bit distant, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh crap, it's done. And walking back, and then again, I was like laughing, and he was like, that was really fast. I was like, yeah. I have a pretty solid computer. And then like he was like doing all sorts of different things, and I was like, I know that like there's nothing on my I know you're not hacking my computer, but also you just start opening up files and uninstalling stuff, and I'm like, should I keep letting this guy do this? You're like, at some point, should I stop him? And he's like, all right, we're gonna get rid of that, and I'm like, nope, guess I don't need that crap, do I?
Now, like, I have to say this, huh?
Right, exactly. Yeah, well, I do, but the thing is, I need the website.
Is this my personal computer? Or is this our computer?
Right. Yeah. Right. I was like, I want to stop you and ask questions, but also I really need to put my grades in. I was like, I kind of just do your thing, man. But yeah. Well,
I'm not going to open my mouth and say anything about the week to come. I'm just gonna let it happen.
It's gonna be wild, dude.
Let it do its thing.
Absolute mad week.
Do you have any last words, Dylan?
Dolan.
Time for crab.
Is that like a? Wait, is that like?
Really good.
Is that a passphrase?
Was
that like a code word for something?
Yeah. Time for crab.
Time for crab.
That's the name of the episode now, everybody.
So I'm gonna let you guys chew on that because I don't know. We're not planning on going to go get crab anytime soon, so I don't know what's going on.
Those who know will know.
Time for crab. Don't actually chew on.
I wish I knew because I'm confused as hell right now. Anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been another episode of The Aftermath. Happy 4th of July, and I hope everyone's being safe and having fun.
Yeah, freedom.
And American.
If you're drinking, and you're drinking responsibly, and in the comfort of your own homes, let's not do nothing stupid.
Why not irresponsibly?
Or irresponsibly in your
listen to
own
them.
home. Just don't drive.
Please, just be safe. But have fun. Let loose. Take some time off, because
knock yourself out.
We all need a little bit of a break. I know I do. Lord have
Ew.
mercy. If you want to, we have a link tree, and it has all of our links for the podcast and for our social media and stuff like that. You can check us out on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff at The Aftermath. But until next time, bye-bye.
Yeah, later.